am here today with the photography team studio, Front Street. And if you guys would like to go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Jane Pereira, I'm a photographer.
I'm Allison Hanford, I'm the hairstylist.
And I'm Savannah Graffini, I'm the makeup artist.
And how long have you guys been doing what you're doing?
So I started Studio Front Street last year, last May. So we've been in business for about a year and a half.
And how long were you doing photography before that?
All my life. I've been on one side of the camera or the other, but last year is when I kind of decided to adult it up and, commit.
How long have you been doing hair?
About 15, 16 years, and then pinup hair and hair for photographers in general, probably about 10 years or so.
And how long have you been doing makeup?
Pretty much my whole life, playing in my mom's makeup bag when I was little, but freelance and for photography and pinup, probably only about a year.
Is there any kind of other makeup styles you like to do?
I do special effects makeup. It's one of my biggest passions. It's what I originally thought that I would be doing as a career, like working on horror movie sets, bloody, gory type cool
My
stuff.
favorite. So how did you guys decide to work together?
So I wanted to do a pinup photo shoot mini event for the military wives in the area. And so I was looking for people to work with. And a local model named Debbie Darling, she's super awesome. She told me about Allison. And so I found Allison on Facebook and I kind of just blind messaged her on Facebook Messenger like, hi, I'm a photographer that you've never met before. Do you want to work with me? And, I was so scared that she wasn't going to answer because she's such a badass and she's super cool. And she said yes. And that's how we started working together. And then we found Savannah earlier this year. I was doing a publication shoot for Rocket with Wanda Woodworthy. And, she came in and did the most beautiful green jewel toned eyes I had ever seen, and she was so professional and awesome, and I was so impressed that we decided that we'd make this an official team and do all the publication work together.
So when you guys are doing like a publication shoot, do you all work together for like a final look, or do you kind of do your own thing and see how it comes together?
From start to finish, from the time that I have my first interaction with the client, like asking about shoots, we're constantly thinking and talking about how to make the shoot the best it can be. So, they need to see what the client looks like beforehand. What is the client like? What kind of color are we going for? What kind of theme are we shooting for? So
We have like an artistic chemistry between the three of us, and we're all very enthusiastic people. We nerd out on all the same things. We'll get ridiculously enthusiastic about how beautiful we think someone is and how great we want them to feel and how special their experience is gonna be, and it's a fun team.
Yeah.
We love it.
We're quirky gals.
We are.
Well, your work always turns out amazing. So how did you become affiliated with Rocket and Delicious Dolls?
again, cold messaging. That's how it started. So I had shot sets to submit to them, and they were well received. And so, sent messages and said, hi, so what do you think about me becoming a partner studio? And of course, I was surprised that the feedback was, oh yes, please, apply.
Yeah.
And so I did, and I got accepted by both. So it's been really fun.
So has that kind of changed how your company works a lot, doing these magazine shoots?
It's made it more awesome. I love that I can give anyone, whether it's a model or someone that's never done it before, the opportunity to A, have this kind of experience, and then B, see themselves be published. And just the positive feelings they get from that, how proud you can feel, seeing yourself in a publication with a beautiful final product. That's super, super important to us, is that everything is the best we can give, at the time that we give it.
And you feel your best. The client always feeling their best.
Very important.
And empowered and confident and beautiful, and like, you deserve to be on the cover of that magazine, girl.
Yeah. So were you guys
That's our
pretty
goal.
excited too to see your work in magazines, or was it a little intimidating?
Oh, it's great.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's some of the funnest of my career yet.
So what kind of camera do you use?
So I shoot on a Canon 5D Mark IV. This is my camera right here in my arm. My actual camera. And my husband does my tattoo work. His name is Justin, and he owns a tattoo shop called Thor's Hammer and Needle in
That's amazing.
Hallsville.
So I have to ask about your editing. So your pictures always just turn out amazing, and I see all the cool things you put into it. Is it a pretty big process when you go into editing?
Yes. The level, what the process depends on what kind of shoot it was, what the end product needs to look like for each client. Is this more natural and playful? Is this more special effects? What are we doing? but it's the part that people don't see.
Yeah.
Like, people see when you're shooting, but people don't see all the effort that goes into editing and also the education behind it. I'm always trying to learn. I always want to be better.
And do you guys kind of put your input too into the final product?
I mean, she's a mastermind. We trust her. Everything that's going on up here, we are a part of that, and we trust it.
Strange, crazy head.
We love being part of the journey, but it's,
Yeah.
I always feel like we create the art together and then it's like Christmas
She
when
finishes
we
it
see the
off.
final
Yeah.
product.
When
After
you're
Jane
done.
does her editing
Yeah.
and we finally see what she's come
Yeah.
up with,
Yeah.
it's like
It's
opening
magical.
a beautiful
And so do you kind of go into it knowing what you want the finished product to look
Yes.
like? You do?
From the time we come up with the concept, before we even shoot, I know what I want those images to look like.
Yeah, and we're always kind of on the same wavelength of the vibe. We all just kind of know.
Yes.
The minute we enter the studio or salon space that we're working in, it just kind of flows through all of us.
Yeah.
It's our like psychic,
We're in sync.
artistic
Artistic
connection.
alchemy.
It is!
Artistic alchemy.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
And even with the client too, like, we want to honor each person's individuality, their personality, their energy.
Yeah.
It's so important. I want everyone to look at their pictures and feel like that's them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's for them. It's
I think that's definitely what I like, is all your pictures look really different from one another. It's not like you're looking at the same picture over and
They have
over,
people's
which you
personality in them.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow.
The shoots feel different.
Yep.
Too.
Yeah.
And even when we've done more than one shoot with the same model, every
Yes.
shoot feels so different.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for being on the show, and I look forward to seeing all your Viva stuff coming out, and I hope to talk with you guys again soon.
thank you so much.
We
love you
love
so
you.
much. We love you.